Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to a new video. Today is Wednesday, which I'm going to start calling Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I'm going to be putting up a video refuting David Wood or exposing his ignorance or exposing him generally for the fraud that he is. Here on Farid Response, I don't just like to do refutations. I like to answer the pressing questions, the deep questions that sometimes shouldn't even be asked. Now, I know that a lot of you go to bed at night thinking, what if David Wood was to become a Muslim? What kind of Muslim would he be? The good news is, I have the answer to that question because I've pondered upon this quite a bit, and not only that, but I've studied David Wood's character and I've watched countless hours of his garbage, so I'm the best person to be able to solve that answer for you. Remember, David Wood isn't just your regular Christian apologist.
I'm a diagnosed psychopath.
Add to the mix his crazy understanding of Islam, and you've created a recipe for disaster. In my opinion, David Wood would definitely be an extremist. He would be so extreme that even ISIS would call him a Khariji. In fact, if he was a Muslim, he would be so extreme, even the Khawarij would be calling him Dhu Thadiyya. You know, Dhu Thadiyya from Nahrawan. You know, it's not really funny if I gotta explain the joke. But anyway, before even explaining how I got to this conclusion, I want to read to you just a little sentence from Ibn al-Mundhir in his Kitab al-Ijma', just to give you a little background. Now, Ibn al-Mundhir, when speaking about fornication, he says, there is a consensus that those that witness zina need to be 4, and nothing less than 4 is sufficient. The consensus of scholars also includes that those that commit fornication are to be lashed. Now, let's see what David Wood has to say. Oh, by the way, before even starting off, the person on the right side of the screen, David's co-host, is C.L. Edwards, who now is a revert to Islam.
What's the penalty? It's 3 steps. It's crystal clear. There's no way around it. There's no way around it because this is what Islam teaches. The penalty for apostasy in Islam is death. You become an apostate by doing all kinds of things that teenage girls do. And Muslims are commanded to carry out the punishment, in this case, killing, because of apostasy. Muslims are commanded to carry out Allah's punishments even against their family members. So, this isn't exactly an honor killing. Again, honor killings were a cultural practice that come before Islam, but the cause and the effect are the same, which is why this practice flourishes in Islam. Under an honor killing, under the honor killing system, which predates Islam, you have a girl who has dishonored her family in some way. She has walked down the street with a boy, for instance, and this has brought shame on her family. Well, you restore the honor of your family by putting her to death. Islam doesn't command that exactly, as we've agreed to. But look at the exact same cause and the exact same effect. The cause is teenage girl doing something that's out of line with Islam. So once Islam moves into the area, now what dishonors the family, what brings shame to the family, is the girl's not following Islam as she should. And then what happens? She doesn't follow Islam. Guess what? According to Islam, she's not following Islam as she should. She's now an apostate. What's the penalty? Death. What are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to say, no, but she's my daughter, so I need to look the other way? No, you're supposed to carry out Allah's punishments and not care at all what other people think about it.
So let me just repeat this. David, according to David, if a girl is seen walking down the street with a guy, then she should be killed by her own family members. While the ulama, according to the consensus, okay, would only, right, lash her if she fornicated, and you would need 4 witnesses. Subhanallah. And there you have it. David Abu Sulaiman al-Khariji. I pity the fool that gets on his hit list.
This house is halal.
And to the rest of you guys, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
But as people who believe in the truth, we want to accurately represent what Islam teaches so that we can then refute it. We don't misrepresent what Islam teaches, at least not deliberately. If you know where we've gone astray, please, I invite any Muslim on the planet to show us where we've gone astray.
And then I challenge Muslims, let's see if you can defend this point, right? When I do that, if they take that bait and actually respond, I really don't care what they say.